Did you know that in medieval and Renaissance Europe, porcelain was considered as precious as gold itself? In fact, this delicate ceramic material held such mystique that European monarchs would spend fortunes equivalent to modern-day millions trying to unlock its secrets. What made this seemingly simple material so extraordinary that it sparked international espionage, technological breakthroughs, and fierce political rivalries among European nations? In the grand palaces of Europe, Chinese porcelain commanded astronomical prices. Its pristine white surface, translucent quality, and musical ring when tapped seemed almost magical to Western observers. This wasn't merely pottery, it was a symbol of ultimate refinement, a material so precious that it earned the nickname white gold. Kings and princes would dedicate entire rooms, known as porcelain chambers, to display their collections of these oriental treasures. The obsession with porcelain drove European monarchs to extreme measures. Augustus the Strong of Saxony even imprisoned an alchemist, Johann Friedrich Böttger, ordering him to discover the secret formula or face dire consequences. Royal courts established elaborate spy networks to steal the secrets of porcelain production from China and, later, from their European rivals. The race to master porcelain production became intertwined with national pride and economic ambition. For centuries, Chinese artisans had carefully guarded their porcelain-making techniques. The special clay known as kaolin, the precise firing temperatures, the intricate glazing processes, all remained mysterious to European craftsmen who tried and failed to replicate these masterpieces. This technological gap between East and West fueled an intense scientific quest that would eventually revolutionize not just ceramics, but European chemistry and materials science as a whole. The impact of porcelain extended far beyond the realm of decorative arts. It transformed social customs, with the rise of tea and coffee culture demanding new forms of elegant serving ware. It influenced architecture, as European palaces incorporated special rooms and displays for porcelain collections. It even affected international diplomacy, as porcelain gifts became crucial tools in diplomatic relations. The story of European porcelain is a tale of obsession, innovation, and transformation. It's a narrative where art meets science, where international trade shapes cultural evolution, and where the pursuit of beauty drives technological advancement. As we delve deeper into this fascinating history, you'll discover how a simple material became the catalyst for one of the most remarkable periods of artistic and scientific development in European history. What mysteries and innovations emerged from this centuries-long quest? How did the discovery of porcelain's secrets reshape European society? And what legacy did this obsession leave for future generations? Join us as we unravel the extraordinary story of Europe's porcelain revolution, a journey that changed the course of art, science, and luxury forever. If silk was China's first closely guarded treasure, porcelain was its masterpiece of secrecy. For centuries, this lustrous white ceramic remained an enigma that captured the imagination of Europe's most powerful monarchs. As dawn broke over the 18th century, a new obsession gripped the royal courts of Europe, the race to unlock the mysterious formula of Chinese porcelain. In the candlelit workshops of Dresden and the secretive laboratories of Paris, alchemists labored day and night, their furnaces glowing with endless experiments. This wasn't merely about creating beautiful objects. It was a quest that symbolized the very essence of power, refinement, and modernity in European society. Porcelain represented something far more significant than its delicate appearance suggested. It was the embodiment of technological superiority and artistic mastery. Kings and princes poured their treasuries into this pursuit. Augustus the Strong of Saxony, perhaps the most passionate among them, assembled the world's largest porcelain collection, comprising over 20,000 pieces. These rulers didn't just collect porcelain, they became patrons of a great scientific endeavor, funding countless experiments and supporting networks of artisans, alchemists, and early scientists in their tireless efforts to replicate Oriental perfection. The story of Meissen's eventual triumph reads like a thriller. In the depths of Albrechtsberg Castle, under strict surveillance, Johann Friedrich Böttger and Ehrenfried Walther von Skirnhaus conducted thousands of experiments. Their breakthrough in 1708 marked a turning point in European artistic and technological history. But how did they achieve what countless others had failed to do? The answer lay in their unique combination of scientific methodology and artistic vision, coupled with the discovery of kaolin deposits in Saxony. This achievement transformed European arts and commerce in ways that would ripple through centuries. Meissen's success sparked a wave of innovation across the continent. New manufactories emerged, each developing distinct styles and techniques. The impact extended far beyond ceramics. It revolutionized chemistry, influenced decorative arts, and reshapes patterns of luxury consumption throughout Europe. The race for porcelain's secrets became a catalyst for broader scientific advancement. It drove improvements in kiln technology, glazing techniques, and material science. The competition between various European manufactories led to rapid innovations in both technology and artistic expression. What began as an attempt to copy Chinese porcelain evolved into something uniquely European, with styles and designs that would define an era. Today, as we admire the masterpieces produced during this revolutionary period, we can still sense the excitement and ambition that drove these pioneering artisans and scientists. Their legacy lives on not just in museums and private collections, but in the continuing tradition of European porcelain manufacturing. Want to uncover how porcelain became the ultimate symbol of power and sophistication in European history? Join us on this extraordinary journey through art, science, and royal intrigue. Hit the notification bell, leave your like, and subscribe to Modern Age Chronicles to explore more fascinating stories of European art and history. Your journey into the past begins with just one click. Let's embark together on this remarkable tale of innovation, artistry, and the relentless human drive to create something extraordinary. From royal courts to modern museums, the story of European porcelain continues to captivate and inspire. Will you join us in uncovering its secrets? Our story revolves around extraordinary individuals who transformed European art and technology forever. Let me introduce you to the fascinating characters who shaped the history of porcelain. Johann Friedrich Böttger wasn't your typical artisan. As a young apothecary's apprentice in Berlin, he gained notoriety by claiming he could turn base metals into gold. This boast would change his life forever. In 1701, at merely 19 years old, Böttger found himself forcibly brought to Dresden by Augustus the Strong's agents. What started as imprisonment would lead to one of history's most remarkable scientific breakthroughs. Augustus the Strong, Elector of Saxony and King of Poland, was a ruler driven by an insatiable passion for luxury and grandeur. His Dresden palace housed over 20,000 pieces of Chinese porcelain, yet this wasn't enough. Augustus invested vast fortunes, nearly bankrupting his treasury, in the pursuit of the porcelain secret. His obsession would ultimately birth Europe's first true porcelain manufacture. Working alongside Böttger was the brilliant scientist Ehrenfried Walther von Skirnhaus. A mathematician and physicist by training, Skirnhaus brought scientific rigor to the porcelain experiments. His expertise in lens making and understanding of high-temperature furnaces proved crucial in the development of European porcelain. Sadly, he died just months before the breakthrough was officially announced, his contribution often overshadowed by Böttger's fame. The story takes an intriguing turn with Count Francesco Algarotti, a Venetian philosopher and art connoisseur who became Augustus III's art advisor. Algarotti transformed Meissen's artistic direction, pushing for more European designs rather than merely copying Chinese motifs. His influence helped establish Meissen's unique artistic identity. Johann Joachim Candler emerges as another pivotal figure. Appointed as Meissen's master sculptor in 1731, Candler revolutionized porcelain artistry. His Baroque and Rococo figurines captured the spirit of European court life with unprecedented detail and grace. From delicate lace patterns to dramatic facial expressions, his work elevated porcelain from mere tableware to high art. Behind these famous names worked countless skilled artisans whose names history hasn't preserved. These craftsmen developed revolutionary techniques for glazing, painting, and firing porcelain. They created new color palettes, including the famous cobalt blue and the precious purple of Cassius. Their dedication to perfection established standards that porcelain makers still strive to match today. The tale also includes industrial spies like Samuel Stölzel, who fled Meissen with the precious porcelain formula, spreading the technology across Europe. His actions, while controversial, helped establish new porcelain manufactories, including Vienna's Imperial Manufactory. We mustn't forget the artists who decorated these precious pieces, like Adam Friedrich von Lohenfink, who developed the distinctive Meissen style of landscape painting on porcelain. His work influenced ceramic decoration throughout Europe and remains highly valued by collectors today. These characters' lives intertwined in a complex drama of ambition, creativity, and innovation. From forced labor to artistic freedom, from royal patronage to industrial espionage. Their stories reveal how personal dreams and royal ambitions transformed a Chinese luxury into a European art form. Their legacy lives on not just in museums and private collections, but in the techniques they pioneered and the artistic standards they established. Every piece of fine porcelain produced today owes something to these pioneers who dared to unlock the secret of white gold. Step with me into the opulent world of 18th century Europe, where porcelain reigned supreme in the grand salons of power and privilege. The air is thick with anticipation as we enter the glittering halls of aristocratic palaces, where thousands of candles reflect off gilt-framed mirrors and illuminate vast collections of precious porcelain. In Dresden's Zwinger Palace, Augustus the Strong's Japanese palace houses the largest porcelain collection in Europe. The rooms shimmer with the ethereal whiteness of countless pieces, arranged in sophisticated symmetrical patterns that climb the walls from floor to ceiling. Chinese vases stand alongside the latest Meissen masterpieces, their blue and white designs competing with European motifs for attention. Let us venture into the workshops of Meissen, where the air is heavy with the mineral scent of clay and the sharp tang of metal oxides. The steady hum of potter's wheels fills the air as master craftsmen shape delicate cups and saucers with practiced precision. In one corner, an apprentice carefully wedges clay, removing air bubbles that could destroy a piece in the kiln. The rhythmic thumping provides a steady backbeat to the workshop's symphony. In the painting rooms, artists hunch over their workbenches, their brushes delicately applying gold details to figurines. The air here carries the distinct aroma of turpentine and oils mixed with the sweet scent of pine resin used in the glazes. Sunlight streams through tall windows, necessary for the intricate work of painting microscopic flowers and landscapes on curved surfaces. The heart of any porcelain manufacture is its kilns. The heat is intense as we approach these massive structures, some reaching temperatures over 1,400 degrees Celsius. The air shimmers above them, and the sound of crackling flames mingles with the metallic clink of tools. Workers move with careful precision, knowing that one wrong move could destroy months of work. At Sèvres, near Paris, the atmosphere is different, but no less charged with creative energy. Here, the French aesthetic reigns supreme, with artists developing new colors never before seen in porcelain. The famous Rose Pompadour pink, created to please Madame de Pompadour, represents the height of French refined taste. The workshops buzz with excitement as chemists experiment with new pigments and glazes. In the great halls of Versailles, porcelain takes center stage at elaborate dinner services. Imagine the scene. Hundreds of candles reflect off the pure white surfaces of Sèvres dinner plates, their edges trimmed in burnished gold. The soft clink of porcelain mingles with the murmur of courtly conversation and the rustle of silk gowns. Vienna's imperial manufactory brings its own distinctive atmosphere, where Habsburg elegance meets scientific precision. The workshops here are ordered and methodical, reflecting Austrian efficiency. Artists work on the distinctive Viennese style, known for its exceptionally detailed painting and rich, deep colors. The royal collections become stages for elaborate diplomatic performances. Ambassadors are received in rooms where porcelain displays subtly communicate wealth, taste, and power. Every piece tells a story of technical mastery, artistic innovation, and political alliances. In private cabinets and curiosity rooms, collectors arrange their precious pieces with scientific precision. Here, porcelain transcends its practical function to become art, science, and status symbol all at once. The soft light filtering through leaded glass windows catches the translucent edges of paper-thin cups, creating an almost magical effect. These spaces are not just workshops and showrooms. They are theaters where the drama of European power politics plays out through the medium of porcelain. Every piece produced, every technique mastered, every new design created becomes part of a larger narrative of cultural achievement and national pride. The legacy of these spaces lives on in the surviving pieces we see in museums today. Each one carries within it the echo of these workshops, the skill of these craftsmen, and the ambitions of these great manufactories. They stand as testament to an age when porcelain was truly more precious than gold, and its creation was nothing less than alchemy transformed into art. The story of European porcelain begins like a medieval tale of wonder and mystery. In the late 13th century, Marco Polo returned from his eastern travels with descriptions of an extraordinary material, a ceramic so fine and translucent it seemed to glow from within. This was Chinese porcelain, a substance that would captivate European imaginations for centuries to come. By the 1500s, Portuguese traders had established regular routes bringing Chinese porcelain to European ports. These ethereal pieces, delicate yet incredibly strong, commanded astronomical prices. A single Chinese vase could cost more than a fully loaded merchant ship. European aristocrats began amassing vast collections, with kings and princes competing to display the finest pieces in their elaborate porcelain cabinets. The real drama unfolds in the early 1700s. Despite countless attempts, European potters had failed to replicate the Chinese secret. The missing ingredient remained elusive, turning the quest for porcelain into an obsession that consumed rulers and alchemists alike. Enter Augustus the Strong, Elector of Saxony and King of Poland, whose passion for porcelain would change history. In a twist worthy of a theatrical play, Augustus imprisoned Johann Friedrich Böttger, a young alchemist who claimed he could turn base metals into gold. Instead of making gold, Böttger was tasked with discovering the porcelain formula. Working alongside the brilliant scientist Ehrenfried Walther von Skernhaus, and under constant guard, they conducted thousands of experiments in the dungeons of Dresden's Albrechtsberg Castle. The breakthrough came in 1708. The key was kaolin, a special white clay found near Meissen. When combined with alabaster and high firing temperatures, it produced the first European hard-paste porcelain. Augustus immediately established the Meissen manufactory, bringing the secret of white gold to Europe at last. But this discovery was just the beginning. Industrial espionage soon took center stage. Workers from Meissen were bribed, kidnapped, or voluntarily fled, taking their knowledge to other European courts. Vienna established its manufactory in 1718, and Venice followed in 1720. Each new operation added its own innovations and artistic styles to the growing porcelain tradition. The story reaches its crescendo with the establishment of Sèvres in France. Under the patronage of Madame de Pompadour, Sèvres developed new colors and designs that would define the height of Rococo elegance. The competition between Meissen and Sèvres became legendary, pushing both manufactories to ever greater artistic achievements. Technical innovations followed one after another. New glazes were developed, firing techniques perfected, and decorative styles evolved. The famous Meissen blue onion pattern, inspired by Chinese designs but distinctly European, became a symbol of sophisticated dining across the continent. By the mid-18th century, porcelain had transformed from an exotic luxury into a symbol of European technical and artistic mastery. Each major manufactory developed its signature styles. Meissen was known for its figurines and elaborate table services, Sèvres for its ground colors and gilt bronze mounts, and Vienna for its sophisticated painted scenes. The story continues into the modern era, where these historic manufactories still operate, preserving centuries-old techniques while embracing contemporary design. Their products remain highly coveted, commanding prices that would make even Augustus the Strong raise an eyebrow. This narrative of European porcelain is more than just a tale of technical achievement. It's a story of human ingenuity, artistic passion, and the power of beauty to drive innovation. From the workshops of Meissen to the royal courts of Europe, porcelain transformed not just the arts but the very nature of luxury and refinement. The competition among European manufactories fostered a climate of constant innovation that pushed the boundaries of what was possible with clay and fire. Each breakthrough, each new design, each technical refinement added another chapter to this remarkable story. Today, when we hold a piece of fine porcelain, we're not just holding a beautiful object, we're holding a piece of this extraordinary history. The story of European porcelain's revolution is richly documented through an extraordinary collection of physical artifacts, written records, and artistic representations. Let us explore the compelling evidence that brings this fascinating period to life. The earliest Meissen pieces stand as tangible proof of Europe's first successful porcelain production. These precious artifacts, dating from 1708 to 1710, reveal the initial struggles and triumphs of Böttger's workshop. The famous Böttger stoneware, with its deep red-brown color, represents the crucial experimental phase before achieving true white porcelain. When examining these pieces, one can observe the gradual improvement in quality, from early imperfect attempts to the refined pieces that would later compete with Chinese imports. Augustus the Strong's personal correspondence provides invaluable insights into the royal obsession with porcelain. His letters, preserved in Dresden State Archives, detail his passionate pursuit of both Chinese pieces and the secret of their manufacture. One particularly revealing letter from 1709 describes his reaction to Böttger's first successful porcelain. "At last, we have achieved what others thought impossible." The meticulous inventory lists he maintained for his Japanese palace showcase his dedication to creating the world's greatest porcelain collection. Historical trade maps from the period illustrate the complex network of commerce that brought Asian porcelain to Europe. Detailed Dutch East India Company records show the volume and value of porcelain shipments, while custom house documents reveal the astronomical prices these pieces commanded in European markets. Venetian maritime charts mark the routes through which porcelain reached Mediterranean ports, while overland trade routes document the flow of technical knowledge and artistic influences. The laboratory notebooks and diaries of early experimenters provide fascinating glimpses into the technical challenges of porcelain production. Skernhouse's scientific papers detail his groundbreaking work with high-temperature furnaces, while Böttger's workshop records reveal the countless failed experiments before the final breakthrough. These documents show the methodical progression from speculation to scientific understanding. Contemporary artistic representations offer vivid glimpses into porcelain's cultural impact. Paintings of aristocratic interiors, such as Johann Heinrich Schönfeld's The Porcelain Cabinet, show how these precious pieces were displayed and admired. Detailed inventory paintings commissioned by collectors document entire collections, providing valuable information about the types and styles of pieces available. The Meissen manufactory's own archives contain thousands of original designs, pattern books, and production records. These documents reveal the evolution of European porcelain decoration, from early attempts to copy Chinese motifs to the development of distinctive European styles. The famous Meissen cross swords mark, first introduced in 1720, helps authenticate and date pieces, creating a crucial timeline of technological and artistic development. Archaeological evidence from early manufacturing sites provides physical proof of production methods. Kiln remains, recovered from Meissen's original location at Albrechtsberg Castle, show the advanced firing techniques developed by early porcelain pioneers. Excavated shards and failed pieces tell the story of experimentation and gradual mastery of the material. Scientific analysis of surviving pieces reveals the exact composition and manufacturing techniques used by different manufactories. Modern materials science has confirmed how closely European makers eventually matched the chemical composition of Chinese porcelain, while also documenting their unique innovations in paste and glaze formulation. Visual records extend beyond paintings to include architectural drawings of porcelain rooms and display cabinets, showing how spaces were specifically designed to showcase these precious collections. Court ceremonial records describe how porcelain pieces were integrated into diplomatic gifts and royal entertainments, underlining their political and social significance. The evidence trail continues through sales records, auction catalogs, and inventory lists, documenting the growing democratization of porcelain ownership as production techniques improved and prices gradually decreased. These commercial records trace porcelain's transformation from royal luxury to bourgeois necessity. Together, these diverse sources create a comprehensive picture of one of Europe's most significant artistic and technological revolutions. From royal correspondence to humble workshop records, from magnificent surviving pieces to recovered kiln fragments, each piece of evidence adds depth and detail to our understanding of this remarkable period in cultural history. The emergence of European porcelain triggered a cascade of transformations that resonated through society, economy, and culture. This revolutionary material's impact extended far beyond its immediate artistic significance, reshaping European life in profound and lasting ways. The democratization of luxury represents one of porcelain's most significant immediate impacts. While Chinese porcelain had been the exclusive domain of royalty and nobility, European production gradually made fine ceramics accessible to the wealthy merchant class. This shift challenged traditional social hierarchies and redefined concepts of luxury and refinement. By the late 18th century, middle-class households could possess items that had once been the preserve of kings. Economic transformation followed closely behind. The establishment of porcelain manufactories created new centers of skilled employment and technological innovation. Meissen's success sparked a wave of industrial development across Europe, with each new manufactory becoming a nucleus of economic growth. These enterprises required networks of suppliers, artisans, and merchants, generating substantial regional prosperity. The revolution in dining culture stands as one of porcelain's most visible impacts. The material's elegance and practicality transformed eating from a mere necessity into a sophisticated social ritual. Elaborate dinner services replaced medieval wooden trenchers and pewter plates, while specialized pieces for coffee, tea, and chocolate reflected new consumption habits. The porcelain dinner service became a symbol of refinement and social status. Coffee and tea culture underwent a particular revolution. Porcelain's heat-resistant properties and elegant appearance made it the perfect medium for these exotic new beverages. Coffee houses and tea rooms proliferated across Europe, furnished with fine porcelain services. These establishments became centers of intellectual and social exchange, contributing to the Enlightenment's spread of ideas. In the realm of interior design, porcelain catalyzed dramatic changes. The creation of dedicated porcelain rooms in palaces and grand houses established new principles of display and decoration. These rooms influenced architectural design, requiring specialized lighting and display furniture. The fashion spread to wealthy bourgeois homes, where porcelain cabinets became status symbols and conversation pieces. Scientific advancement received unexpected stimulus from porcelain production. The quest to perfect porcelain led to innovations in chemistry, particularly in understanding mineral properties and high-temperature reactions. These discoveries influenced the development of other materials and industrial processes. The precise control of kiln temperatures advanced metallurgy and glass production. The impact on artistic expression proved equally profound. Porcelain provided artists with a new medium for sculpture and decoration, encouraging experimentation with form and color. The competition between manufactories drove continuous innovation in design and technique. European porcelain evolved from mere imitation of Chinese, whereas to develop its own distinctive artistic language. International trade patterns shifted significantly. As European porcelain quality improved, the monopoly of Chinese imports weakened. New trade routes and relationships emerged, focusing on raw materials like kaolin rather than finished products. This transformation contributed to Europe's growing industrial self-sufficiency and economic power. Social customs and etiquette evolved in response to porcelain's availability. The ritual of taking tea or coffee became an essential social skill, while the proper use of specialized porcelain pieces marked one's level of sophistication. These new social practices created lasting patterns of behavior and consumption that persist in modified forms today. The long-term impact on materials science cannot be overstated. Porcelain production pioneered techniques in quality control, materials testing, and process standardization. These methodologies influenced the development of modern ceramics, glass, and other materials. Today's advanced ceramics owe much to the groundwork laid by porcelain pioneers. Educational institutions felt porcelain's influence as technical schools and apprenticeship programs developed to train skilled workers. These educational models, combining practical skills with artistic training, influenced the development of industrial arts education across Europe. The legacy of European porcelain remains vital in contemporary culture. Historic pieces command extraordinary prices at auction, while traditional manufactories like Meissen and Sèvres continue production, adapting centuries-old techniques to modern tastes. Museums worldwide showcase these works as exemplars of artistic achievement and technical innovation. Modern luxury brands still draw upon porcelain's prestige, incorporating its aesthetics and cultural associations into their marketing and design. The material retains its association with refinement and sophistication, even as new materials and technologies emerge. Perhaps most significantly, European porcelain's impact demonstrates how a single innovation can catalyze widespread social, economic, and cultural change. This historical example offers insights into how technological breakthroughs can transform society, reshaping everything from daily habits to international relations. The story of European porcelain's impact continues to evolve, as contemporary artists and designers reinterpret its traditions for modern contexts. Its influence extends into unexpected areas, from industrial design to digital art, proving the enduring power of this revolutionary material to inspire and transform. The story of European porcelain transcends mere aesthetics. In the grand tapestry of human civilization, porcelain emerged as a profound symbol of intellectual and artistic achievement during the Age of Enlightenment. This remarkable material became the physical embodiment of European progress, scientific advancement, and cultural sophistication. The discovery and mastery of kaolin clay in Saxony represented more than a technical breakthrough. This magical clay revolutionized material science, leading to new understanding of mineral properties and chemical reactions. The precise control of firing temperatures and glazing techniques developed for porcelain production contributed significantly to the advancement of chemistry and physics. These discoveries aligned perfectly with the Enlightenment's emphasis on rational inquiry and systematic investigation of natural phenomena. In philosophical terms, porcelain manufacture embodied the Enlightenment ideals of human progress and mastery over nature. The successful replication of Chinese porcelain demonstrated Europe's growing scientific capabilities and technological sophistication. This achievement became a powerful symbol of Western rationality, triumphing over what was once considered magical or mysterious. The methodical experimentation required to perfect porcelain production exemplified the new scientific method championed by Enlightenment thinkers. Baroque and Rococo artists found in porcelain an ideal medium for expressing their artistic virtuosity. The material's pure white surface and malleability allowed for unprecedented detail in sculptural work. Artists could create intricate figurines capturing the most delicate expressions and gestures. The translucent quality of porcelain enabled new possibilities in artistic expression, particularly in the creation of detailed relief work and the application of sophisticated glazing techniques. The cultural exchange between East and West profoundly influenced European design aesthetics. While initially attempting to replicate Chinese and Japanese motifs, European artists gradually developed their own distinctive styles. This fusion of Eastern and Western artistic traditions created something entirely new. Chinoiserie emerged as a unique European interpretation of Asian artistic elements, reflecting a sophisticated understanding and reinterpretation of Eastern aesthetics. Porcelain also played a crucial role in the development of European social customs and rituals. The rise of coffee houses and tea rooms created new spaces for intellectual discourse and social interaction. These establishments required specialized porcelain vessels, leading to innovations in design that reflected changing social practices. The ritual of taking tea or coffee became inseparable from the refined porcelain vessels in which these beverages were served. The material's prestige transformed court culture across Europe. Porcelain rooms became essential features of royal palaces, displaying not just wealth but intellectual sophistication and artistic taste. These spaces served as stages for diplomatic relations, where the quality and quantity of porcelain displays could influence international relations and alliances. In the realm of commerce and industry, porcelain manufacture helped establish new models of production and quality control. The need for consistent excellence in porcelain making led to standardized production methods and careful documentation of techniques. These practices influenced the development of other industries and contributed to the early stages of industrial organization. The impact on education and professional training was equally significant. Porcelain manufactories established some of the first systematic apprenticeship programs, combining artistic training with technical instruction. These programs became models for other crafts and industries, influencing the development of professional education across Europe. The legacy of this period continues to influence modern design and artistic practice. Contemporary ceramicists still draw inspiration from the technical innovations and artistic achievements of early European porcelain makers. The marriage of scientific precision with artistic creativity that characterized porcelain production remains relevant in today's world of design and manufacturing. Porcelain thus stands as a testament to a pivotal moment in European civilization, when art, science, and philosophy converged to create something truly revolutionary. It represents not just a material achievement, but a chapter in human cultural evolution where technical mastery served the cause of beauty and refinement. This legacy continues to inspire and influence our understanding of the relationship between technology, art, and human progress. Imagine stepping back in time to an era when a single porcelain plate could buy you an entire farm. Hard to believe. In the 18th century, porcelain was so precious that collectors would trade entire estates for a few exceptional pieces. These weren't just dishes, they were symbols of power, wealth, and sophistication that could make or break social reputations. Let me pose an intriguing question. If you could commission your own piece of porcelain from the master craftsmen of Meissen or Sèvres, what would you create? Would you design an elaborate centerpiece featuring mythological scenes, or perhaps a delicate tea service adorned with your family crest? Think about the colors, the patterns, the shapes that would make your piece uniquely yours. Consider this fascinating fact. When Augustus the Strong traded an entire regiment of soldiers for Chinese porcelain vases, he wasn't considered extravagant. He was seen as a shrewd collector. What would you be willing to trade for your dream piece of porcelain? Share your thoughts in the comments below. For those fascinated by the intersection of art, luxury, and history, we're just scratching the surface of these incredible stories. The world of European porcelain is filled with tales of intrigue, innovation, and incredible beauty that continue to captivate collectors and art lovers today. Are you ready to dive deeper into the fascinating world of historical luxury and artistry? Join our community of history enthusiasts and art lovers at Modern Age Chronicles. Every week, we bring you meticulously researched stories that bridge the gap between past and present, revealing the extraordinary tales behind the objects that shaped our civilization. Hit that subscribe button now to ensure you never miss our upcoming episodes. We'll be exploring more fascinating stories about European art, from the secretive world of Venetian glassmaking to the revolutionary impact of French furniture design. Your next historical adventure is just one click away. Don't forget to ring that notification bell to stay updated on our latest releases. Share this video with someone who appreciates the finer things in life, whether they're a history buff, an art lover, or simply someone who enjoys a good story well told. Leave a comment below telling us about your dream porcelain piece. Would you choose something classical and refined, or bold and innovative? Your perspective adds to our growing community of history and art enthusiasts. Remember to like this video if you've enjoyed this journey into the world of European porcelain. Your engagement helps us continue bringing these fascinating historical narratives to life. Join us next week as we uncover another extraordinary chapter in the history of European art and culture. At Modern Age Chronicles, we're not just sharing history, we're bringing the past to life, one story at a time. The conversation doesn't end here. Connect with fellow history enthusiasts in our comments section. Share your thoughts, ask questions, and become part of our growing community of curious minds. Remember, history isn't just about dates and facts. It's about the incredible stories of human achievement, ambition, and artistry that continue to inspire us today. Be part of this ongoing narrative by subscribing to Modern Age Chronicles now. Your weekly dose of fascinating historical insights awaits. Don't miss out on our upcoming episodes featuring more incredible stories from Europe's golden age of art and innovation. Subscribe now and join us on this extraordinary journey through time. Together, let's explore the magnificent stories that shaped our cultural heritage. Modern Age Chronicles, where history comes alive and the past meets the present in ways you never imagined.